When you perfect the business of an intercessor, then God promotes you. You become a guardian. This is what Christianity is about. If all we have been doing is what Christianity is about, I assure you, we have no message for Dangote. We have no message for Mark Zuckerberg. We have no message for Carlos Slim. We have no message for Warren Buffett. If all we are talking about, this Christianity of gimmicks, our word will be taken away, and no man will stand to say restore. When you perfect intercession, God makes you a guardian. A guardian is a quality control agent that God plants in territories. When guardians begin to rise, certain things will no longer be permitted in cities and in metropolis. You know, St. Patrick went to Scotland. And in the days of St. Patrick, we were told that people were afraid of sinning, even in their houses. Because a guardian showed up. He came with so much righteousness that people were afraid of sinning in their houses. Not because anybody is going there. Because of the man's presence, certain things couldn't cross into the territory. In Acts chapter 9 verse 4, Paul did not know what believers were about. He thought Christians were just people gathered in an auditorium singing and praying, and he hated Christians. And he went to the elders and collected letters. He said, I want to go to Damascus. I heard that most of these Christians have gone to Damascus. I want to arrest them. I want to beat them and put them in prison, the way I did in Jerusalem. And when Paul was entering Damascus, suddenly Jesus in his glory appeared from heaven. And he said, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? Immediately, nobody told him. He said, who are you, Lord? Because there is a realm of power that invades your territory or invades your atmosphere. You will humble yourself immediately. He said, I am Jesus whom thou persecutest. It is hard to kick against the pricks. He said, rise up and go to the city. You'll be told what to do. How can Jesus meet a man and send him to another man? Because the job of guardianship has been handed over to another man. And from verse 8 of that scripture, when Paul entered Damascus, Jesus now went and met the guardian and began to talk to him about Paul, that he has entered the city. Go and deliver him. And Ananias was talking with Jesus. Why? Is this not the same person that collected letters? Meanwhile, how did he know? This man collected letters from Jerusalem that is coming to this city to cause havoc. So the moment Ananias knew, he shut all the gates in the spirit. That's why Paul couldn't enter. He shut the gate. Jesus had to negotiate with him. I know you are in your office, but I want to use this man for an assignment. And when he was convinced, he stood up and entered the room where Paul is, and he said, Brother Saul, the Jesus that appeared to you on your way here have sent me. That's a guardian. We don't have guardians anymore. That's why unknown gunmen can enter a city and kill people. That's why ladies are raped. That's why lecturers can manipulate things in the university and nobody can talk. There are no guardians anymore. Demonic entities are entering territories. When guardians rise, territorial integrity will be restored. Guardianship is so much lacking that even in families, things are going wrong. You come into some family, they say they are 4 ladies. They are not able to be married. And you are there. You say you are an apostle. You come into a family, they say every 2 years people die. And then you are bragging that you are an apostle. You have not grown. If you enter the door, you will know what it means to secure territorial integrity. And because you are there, death will cease. Because a guardian have risen. This is not Christianity that you find in a buffet. These are the men that participate in the league of gods. They know what to do in the heavens to secure the earth realm. Jesus was a guardian, and today he has raised many more guardians. In Genesis chapter 18 verse 21, God said in heaven, I heard that the iniquity of Sodom had become too much. I want to go down and see. When God came, he couldn't go to Sodom. He had to pass through Abraham. Because Abraham was a guardian over Sodom. And God began to interact with Abraham. It was according to Abraham's terms that Sodom, the fate of Sodom was decided. Because God was in heaven, he didn't take any decision. I want to go and see. But for me to take a decision, I must find out the guardian that is in charge over that city. What does he think? And Abraham said, what if you find 50 righteous men? He said, if I find 50 righteous men, I will spare the city. And he was going. God said, Kai, wait. What if you find 40? Oh, let my God not be angry with me. This is my job description. What if you find 30? Abraham stopped at 10 because he thought Lot was doing something. But obviously, Lot didn't know anything about true Christianity. He was just a businessman. You know, many people come to church for business. Lord, bless my business. Lord, bless my family. In the days of war, children will become casualties because there are no guardians. There are no guardians. It was Paul that said in Acts chapter 20 verse 29. He said, when I leave you, he said, grievous wolves will come into your midst. That means while Paul was there, a thief can't come into that church. If Paul remained in Ephesus, a manipulator can't come. We are shouting from our pulpit, fake prophets. It's because there are no guardians. We are shouting, things are going wrong. We are not supposed to announce it. We are the quality assurance agent that should stop it. So some of the things we are talking to God about, God is asking us, where is your office? Christians are shouting every day, reporting things that they should control. Paul said, because I'm here, no wolf shall come. He said, but I'm afraid when I leave you, he said, grievous wolves will enter here because I can't find guardians. I'm seeing elders, I'm seeing deacons, I'm seeing apostles and prophets, but there are no guardians. For how long will families remain in darkness? For how long will territories remain in darkness? We pride ourselves by our church number, but when you weigh our stature in the spirit, you can't find men that can keep the gate because there are no guardians. There are no guardians. Not too many have entered the door. Their Christianity stops outside where bread is distributed. Their Christianity stops outside where stories are told. Their Christianity stops outside where they are regulated by their appetite. But a generation will rise that cannot be bargained by bread and wine. These ones will be guardians in the spirit, and they will say no to iniquity, and the territorial integrity of cities will be restored. The powers of the ages to come cannot be wielded until guardians arise. I will not just be an apostle. I am not a preacher. I came to secure the borders of this land. I came to stand with guardians to ensure that the purposes of God find expression. It's not a calling for prophets. It's a calling for warriors. Men that can bear the burdens of Abba and decree the mandates of Zion. That's why I say unto him, a child is born. A son is given. The government of this world shall be upon his shoulder. He's talking about guardians. Higher. Guardians. Don't pursue fame. Don't pursue popularity. There are things more important than fame. They say Epaphras is one of you. Nobody knew him. Paul had to introduce him to his brethren. But he said the reason you are standing perfect is because the unknown Epaphras is still existing. I'd rather be a guardian over a city than be a popular man talking every weekend. Yet I cannot change anything from heaven.